Hello guys, Robert1 here, and today doing a rewrite of a video, a remake of a video because I messed up on the uploading bit and my controller is vibrating like hell. PlayStation, meh. But I'm doing a remake because I was stupid enough to muck up my upload by deleting the video by accident. But remaking the video for you guys, and the video topic is basically. Also, sorry for any noise you hear in the background because I can't help it with my brother being here. But yes, so I made the video yesterday talking about. Well, actually, on Monday I had a video uploaded about a special tournament. Well, not a special tournament, a door video of non-meta week. It's a new sort of thing we're doing at my locals, and on that day we did there was a lot of different decks, a lot of different strategies because we were playing with a special ban list and all of that. And with all these decks that were there, I kind of started thinking about what really makes people want to choose the deck that they play. How do you choose what deck you play? How would you choose it? And what kind of style is it that you would choose to choose that deck? If you get what I mean. And through this video, I hope to be able to tell you guys a little way of helping you guys to decide what sort of deck you want to play from different strategies and from all sorts of different things. So I hope you enjoy the video. But let's get right into this, starting with the segment. So, as I said, this video is talking about how to choose a deck. Now, obviously, there are tons of different decks in the game, but I'm just gonna go with Spirit Warriors as instance for a decision on what deck to choose from that. Now, from Spirit Warriors, there are 3 different archetypes in it. There are 6 Samurais, the new ones, which are basically ninjas for some reason, don't know why. There are Magi Bullets, there are Magical Musketeers for the TCG. They're also Weathery, a new type of continuous spell deck. Now, these 3 decks have different playstyles of their own. Be it as it may, the Weathery, they are a continuous spell and trap card deck that like to turbo out their continuous spell and trap cards, and from these spell and trap cards, they gain specific effects depending on which spell and trap card is on the field, which is interesting in my opinion. I do enjoy that sort of thing. So that's probably the deck I would play from this. But we also have Magi Bullets, which are a deck that require their normal summon a lot, and through their normal summon they're able to gain the effects of their spell and trap cards from hand, which enables them to use them during your opponent's turn and during your own turn. So you could be like, activate the continuous trap card from the deck, and you could be like, activate continuous spell during your quick play spell card during your opponent's turn. That's the specific play style from that deck. There's also the specific there is also Samurais, which are basically just a spam heavy deck that allow you to do tons of different summonings. Now, from these different mechanics, from these different decks, the deck I would probably go with is Weathery, because then they have a lot of interesting plays in them to me, where they can easily, they are very consistent in their own right, being able to just be having like 9 search cards in the deck in general, with Thunder, which allows you to replace a continuous spell and trap card you control to set another Weathery spell, activate a Weathery spell and trap card from your deck, which is something I personally like a lot. Being able to just recycle it. They also have Snow, which allows you to directly activate one from deck, and they also have the Weathery Canvas. Which allows you to search, which is the Snow Canvas, I believe, which allows you to search by giving any Weathery monster the effect to banish itself to search a Weathery card. Now, that's my type of playstyle because I feel like it's very consistent, and I do like the sort of attributes that the deck has, being able to give monsters in the same column or next to this or adjacent column. effects. I do like that, and I do like how that works. It's very interesting to me, and that's probably the deck I would probably go with out of this set. But I'm not here just to talk about what I would go with. I would talk about what you guys would go with. So if you like consistency and sort of a spell and trap, continuous sort of deck strategy, I suggest you would go with that one, because that's a really interesting sort of strategy in my opinion, and that's something you could go with. But there is also the Magical Musketeers, a new archetype as well, which has the strategy of normal summon and then start activating as many spell and trap cards from your hand as possible. Now, obviously, you're not going to want to do them right away. There are cards that you want to save for your opponent's turn, such as the quick play spell cards that would change attack points, negate effects, that sort of stuff. But there is also the effects of all the Magi Bullets have another effect built into them. They have an effect where if a card is activated in the same column as any of these cards, then, well, as any of the spell and trap cards, then they get the effect to search. And through this, they have consistency through this as well. With they have two cards that enable their consistency. Such as the level 4 one, which the name escapes my memory, sadly. I haven't played the deck enough to remember all their names. But it basically is when you activate a spell and trap card or a trap card in the same column as this, you get to special summon one from deck. This one you'd be summoning from deck would probably be Casper, because of Casper's effect is when you activate a spell and trap card in the same column as it, you get to add a Magi Bullet spell and trap card from your deck to your hand. And that's the kind of strategy that deck has. It enables you to search / gain effects in the same columns. So it's got a little kind of Weathery sort of style to it, but Weathery more like the spell and trap cards give the effects to the monsters instead of them actually having the effects. Magi Bullets kind of reverse that, where they get the effect if you activate a card in the same column, which I kind of actually like as well. Just it's a new kind of playstyle that the deck has, and I do find the playstyle quite interesting. But there's also the new 6 Samurais, the Shinobi 6 Samurais, which basically revolve around protecting your samurai if one would be destroyed, banish it from the graveyard, protect, or if the card is destroyed by an effect, you get to do something depending on the effect. You have the level 1 that allows you to special summon 6 Samurai deck from deck. Wait, it's either special or add to hand. I can't remember the exact effect, but if it's destroyed, you get to special or add 1 to hand from the deck, and it's quite I do find that interesting. You've also got ones that have the effect when they're special summoned. You get to search a different attribute, and you've got one that can banish 2 from graveyard, 2 special summon 1 from graveyard. All sorts of interesting new plays with that deck. And like Samurais have always been like, oh, you open gateway, you win the duel. Ever since it was banned, at least that stopped. But then we got it back now, so they can still do that again. But Samurai's playstyle is mainly special summon, special summon, special summon the entire board out, and just get as much advantage as possible to be able to play the game. And if your playstyle is within the ranges of special summon, just complete special summons, then that's probably the type of deck you would want to go with. But from these 3 decks, we have the styles of. We have the style continuous spell and trap card play, which is also very consistent because it has a lot of consistency in it. If you like something like that, that's probably the deck you would want to go with, because if it's very consistent, it has a very good way to set up their back row. Plus, they have the effects of return cards to hand, halving attack to gain direct attacks, and they have the effects to search, which are very, very good in my opinion. Plus, they have the Weathery monsters themselves, which do things on their right, and they also have a link monster that gives effects to the other little monsters, which I find is very interesting as well. And then you have Magi Bullets, which also have the strategy of you could ban it, you could activate a spell and trap card in the same column, gain an effect, or you could use that spell and trap card to, say, negate an effect, to double attack, to protect your Magi Bullets. Like, they have continuous spells and a continuous trap. The continuous trap protects, and they have 2 continuous quick play spell cards. One is it doubles attack, and it can't attack directly. And there's another one which is it can turn any monster on the field to 0 attack and negate its effect. Like, they have a different kind of playstyle, which is very interesting. Like, they also have a trap card that can destroy face-up spell and traps, face-up cards, sorry. Then they have a counter trap that can negate any spell or trap effect, which is or activation, which I like, which I find is very interesting in its own right as well. Like, just being able to activate, negate, and you can do this all from hand as well, so you don't need to set the cards on board. So if you prefer to have hand advantage sort of thing in your deck, then that's probably the type of deck you're going to want to play. Like, it's just that kind of play style. And you can also play... another thing I actually like about the Magic Bullets is that they kind of remind me of Zodiac and True Draco, where Zodiac just normal summon a monster, then just spam Xyz on top of it, which I find to be very interesting. And it also reminds me of True Draco, where you just tribute summon True Masterpiece and you wait with Masterpiece there. Like, it has very interesting sorts of correlation, resemblances to these sorts of decks, which I find to be very interesting. Like, you can do anything with this sort of deck, and I find that to be interesting in its own right. And then we have 6 Samurais, which playstyle is just boosted on special summoning from hand, just turboing out as many Shiens and all sorts of Link monsters you can, which is what the deck has been able to do for a very long time, but now it just gives it a new way to do it. But there's also ways you can innovate these decks yourself. You can innovate these decks by putting stuff in it as well, by putting new strategies in it, such as... Need a drink, guys. I've been talking too fast. But, yeah, guys, you can also add your own strategies to these. And I'm sorry if I've been talking really fast, guys. It's just like... I did this video yesterday. I just want to get as much information in it as possible. And I just want to get it, you know, to you guys as quickly as possible, because I've got to upload this as soon as I finish it. So, yeah, let's get right back into it. I don't know. But you can also innovate these decks in your own right as well. Like with Weathery, you could put a Draco engine in there, being able to search Masterpiece, tribute off your spell and trap cards that you don't need, and then just have a Masterpiece on board that you can then banish the spell and trap cards from the graveyard to gain effects, to be able to destroy face-up cards. That's something you could do with the Masterpiece engine or the Draco engine. In Weathery, you could also add cards like Mechatron, Metaltron, the True Draco Metaltron, where you can tribute free back 1 monster, 1 spell, 1 trap, and summon Metaltron, and if Metaltron leaves the field, you can summon a Last Warrior, you can summon a Crystal Wing, or you can summon Xario. Like, that's an interesting sort of thing you can put in the deck, just being able to get rid of your back row that you don't need, to be able to gain additional sorts of things. And also the Metaltron will be unaffected by everything if you use a monster as well. A monster, spell, and trap. And also with Magic Bullets, you could play a True Draco engine in there, because you've got a continuous trap card that you can tribute to search a Magic Bullet, and also have a Masterpiece on board that would be immune to monsters and traps, most likely. So that's not a terrible idea either. And in 6 Samurais, you could even add the True King engine, which will enable you to just spam your monsters on board. You'll get your Shinobi effects, your Samurai effects a lot quicker, and it will just boost the speed of the deck a lot, because like in these sorts of decks, like they have their own sort of playstyle, and you can boost them with your own innovation ways as well. Like even in Weathery, they don't use their extra deck very much. They don't need to use their extra deck, so you can play cards like Eater of Millions in it as well, where you could be like, oh, banish 5 cards from extra deck, summon Eater of Millions, now I'm able to banish your opponent's monster. Or you could play in Magic Bullets, they don't need it either, so you can play Eater of Millions in that. You can't play it in Samurais, obviously, but you can obviously innovate them in other ways. But these are just 3 decks, like, that you could choose from the new set. Like this is just an option for you guys to choose from. Like you've also got meta decks that you could choose from, obviously, as well. You've got Pendulum Magicians if you like a spam heavy deck that likes rank 4s and just like a control-y sort of thing. You can play Pendulum Magicians if you like you've got Spirals. If you like a combo-heavy deck, you could play Spirals, because Spirals are very combo-heavy, and they are technically the best deck in the format, taking 17 spots at YCS San Diego. And you could play Trickstars, which is a burn strategy. Like you can play all sorts of different decks, and there's so many different ones to choose from that Yu-Gi-Oh! If you feel like a specific strategy fits you, and this strategy entertains you, then you should probably play that deck. Like if you like the deck, if you like a deck and you like how it plays, that's really what it comes down to. This is how you should choose your deck. Like if I'm choosing a deck, I will always look for is it consistent, and do I enjoy is it consistent? Yes, I'll play it. Do I enjoy the mechanic? Yes, I'll play it. Or do I enjoy the style of the deck? Like, those are the three things that I usually look for. Consistency, mechanic, and style. Like, I enjoy that sort of thing. Like, if two of them fit me, I'll play it. If two of them don't, if one of them fits me, I'll try it out. If I don't like it, I don't like it. Like, that's the thing. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh really comes down to how you feel about a deck and how much you like to play it. Like, you're not really going to play the game and play a deck that you don't enjoy. So remember, just play decks that you enjoy, guys. Like, that's the point of this video. You should look at a deck, how you look at the strategy of the deck, look how you enjoy the deck, and look at what you find, or sort of areas of the deck that you will enjoy to play. Like, I've got tons of different decks that I play. I've got Heroes, I've got Ritual Beasts, I've got Dino Mist, as you saw in that video. I've got Pendulum Magicians, I've got Spirals. Like, I enjoy so many different decks because I just enjoy to play them and have fun with them. But yeah, guys, what do you think of this? Do you think it's different? Do you think you should try to play some other decks? Do you think you should widen your horizon? Do you have these specific characteristics where you look for specific decks, such as consistency, mechanic, how its playstyle? Do you look for that in a deck, or do you just pick one from the best deck of the format? Because I get that some people do just go like, oh, I don't want to play this deck because it's not the best deck, but I feel like you should always try to go outside of your range. You should try to look for a deck, not for how powerful it is, but how much you can enjoy it. Because if you're not enjoying a deck, you shouldn't really be playing it, in my opinion. Like, that's just my opinion. If you don't enjoy it, you shouldn't be playing it. It's not the point of the game is to have fun. But guys, that's the video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you enjoyed, press the like button to show that I'm doing a good job. Sorry for being a bit fast again in this video. I really just wanted to get this video out to you guys because I need to get this out really soon before the end of the day. But yeah, guys. Also comment in the comment section below, because I like having discussions with you guys about this sort of topics. Like this, that's the point of a discussion video, to get you guys to discuss with and just have fun about it. And yeah, don't forget to press the notification button as well to be notified of future Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And yeah, please, again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Press the notification button as I just said. And yeah, I hope this video has helped you choose the next deck you want to play. But yeah, guys, Robert1 signing out. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your new deck.